Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Japan is the highlight of the USJ calendar, and the best time to visit the park. Halloween Horror Nights 2019 runs from September 7th to November 4th at Universal Studios Japan. The immersive Halloween attractions and creepy street zombies are spectacular. Sorry. This is your guide to Halloween Horror Nights Japan 2019.
Now the park opens between 8:30 and 9 a.m, so be sure to check the times on the website for the day that you're intending to visit. First up, let's talk about the new attractions. You've got Area 51, Space Fantasy Black Hole, and Biohazard the Extreme. Returning attractions include Cult of Chucky, Blood Legend, and Sadako the Cursed Attraction. For the main Halloween attractions, Biohazard, Area 51, and Cult of Chucky, the age restriction is 12 and up. For the Hotel Albert, the age restriction is 15 and up. They're all in Japanese, but with Chucky, Biohazard, and Area 51, you'll pretty much be able to understand what's going on. But with Hotel Albert, you will need some Japanese ability because it is an interactive mystery. Also, it costs a little bit more on top of your regular ticket, and you've got to pre-purchase your ticket before you come. So the first thing that you'll want to do when you enter the park is go get your Biohazard Extreme numbered tickets for the Leon or the Claire routes. That's available just here turning left at the 4D cinema. They've got signs just there. The staff are going to ask you how many people are in your party. You let them know and then you proceed. Then when you get inside, they'll ask you which route you want to take, whether it's the Leon or Rayon in Japanese or the Claire route. You let them know and then they'll direct you. You order your ticket using a tablet, and that can be done in English. First you scan your ticket and then choose which time you want. And then the ticket is printed out. It's as simple as that. One thing to note is that if you want to do both the Leon and the Claire routes, you've got to come first thing in the morning so that you've got time to get that second ticket, because you can only get one ticket at a time, and your second ticket can only be issued after the entry time of your first ticket. Once you've got your time ticket, you come here to the Palace Theatre behind me at your designated time. So I'd gone through the Leon route, and let's put it this way, it wasn't very scary. The group that I was with like university age students, both guys and girls. They seemed scared, but it wasn't very scary in my opinion. You do get to shoot one of the big boss zombies at the end. You shoot some guns at the screen, but that was pretty much it. The experience lasts about 5 minutes. Not as good as the Insidious attraction that they had last year. Now, through the power of the annual pass, I was able to come back again to experience the Claire route. This time I came first thing in the morning, just before 8:30, but the park was already open. I was able to get a 10:15 to 10:30 entry time. Unpopular opinion, I enjoyed the Claire route more than the Leon route. I feel like the Claire route was a little bit more intense. I felt like there were more zombies jumping out at you. One other thing that I forgot to mention was the set design and how it adds to the atmosphere. As you walk in, you're entering Raccoon City, and you've got graffiti and torn posters on the concrete walls. And then the entrance to the Raccoon City Police Department looks pretty darn cool. But the level of detail drops off a fair bit once you're inside, but it's still pretty decent. One thing that I've noticed is that they've stopped doing the timed ticketed entry for Biohazard. So you can go ahead straight in without getting yourself a ticket. But it's unpredictable when they won't be doing it. So my suggestion is to just plan accordingly anyway. Now, as the name suggests, the Space Fantasy Black Hole is a completely dark ride. So you're riding the usual space fantasy ride, but it's pitch black. What I suggest you do on this ride is you take the single rider line. It's going to cut down wait times a lot. Even if you're coming with your friends, you can wait together in the single rider line. You'll just be split up when it comes to boarding the ride. This can save so much time, and sometimes you can get really lucky. The time said 40 minutes on the sign outside, but I only waited about 15 minutes. Area 51 is here in San Francisco in the Backdraft lot. And the premise is that these live streamers have discovered proof of alien life and are being shut down by the Men in Black. The costumes are a little bit cheesy, but I think it's also a better experience at nighttime. But it is a bit of fun. The whole experience takes about half an hour. I think that last year's Dead Man's Forest 2 was a better experience, mainly because there were more scare actors involved. It was a little bit more concentrated. You had a little bit more of a feeling of claustrophobia. Here, this year, they're a little bit more spaced out. Cult of Chucky opens from 12 o'clock, and it's an attraction that returns from last year. It's about a 5-minute walk through this horror hospital featuring everyone's favorite homicidal doll. If you want to participate in the Hotel Albert, you do have to pay extra. At this point, I want to talk about my friend Yukendoit. On his channel, he did an opening Halloween Horror Nights Day vlog. So if you go check out his channel up here, as well as in the link below, he'll talk all about the Hotel Albert 2 experience as well. Well, as much as he can, because he had to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Now, Halloween isn't just for the older kids at USJ. Here at Wonderland and throughout the park, they've got this Kawakawa Experience, which is basically scary cute, and all your favorite characters are all dressed up in a Halloween theme. This is Ethos Una Street in the New York area, and it's got lots of fun activities that the younger kids can undertake. Yes, pun intended. They can meet Halloween-themed minions, they can wrap themselves in colorful streamers, and they can do Halloween piñatas. Okay, let's see if you can hear me over all of this. There's no break, it's just always playing music. This is the trick-or-treat area on Hollywood Boulevard. It's also open between 10 and 1 p.m. Kids can also approach crew members wearing the pumpkin or the cat pouches, say trick or treat, and get even more candy. If you're after some Halloween-themed snacks, the Universal Market behind me has plenty of food trucks selling Halloween-themed foods. There it is. As soon as I got it, it was super hot. I was not even able to hold it properly. I had to sort of like hold it from the edges of the bag. It's very sweet. The actual bun part is extremely sweet. And the curry is also sweet. I don't actually taste that much tomato flavor in it, funnily enough. There's some kind of meat inside it as well. The flavor of the curry is so strong that it's hard to sort of tell what it is. Trying to detect it by the texture, it feels more like beef or pork. It's decently tasty, but is it worth 700 yen? No, it's not. You're basically buying it for the novelty factor. Here are some of my top tips. If you can, buy tickets online before you come. They're much cheaper. Plus, one of the other benefits is that you can go straight to the gate. You don't have to line up and wait for the tickets and then wait at the gates. Restaurant food at USJ can be pretty expensive. You can save some money by buying your own food at the Lawson stores that are leading up to the park. Now, you're not able to bring any fast food or bento into the park, as well as bottled drinks or cans. The bag checks at the gate prohibit it. I was able to bring in my own flask and then refill that within the park. When you first get to the park, you'll probably be tempted to go into the first line that you see. But there's a big difference between the left side and the right side sometimes. I generally tend to go to the line on the very end, the far right, because it's usually got the fewest people waiting for those bag checks. Here's a time management tip. Right across from Mel's Drive-In Diner here, you've got this live wait time signboard. There are two in the park. There's one right here and one just there on the flying dinosaur side of the Jurassic Park entrance. But what's even better is if you've got a smartphone, you can use this to look up live wait times on the USJ info website. I'll leave a link down below. If you've got a data connection or pocket Wi-Fi, it's something that you'll have instant access to. One thing to note though is that the live signboards and the websites don't include single rider wait times. From 2:30, the Festa, the parade, the usual parade that they have starts, and they've got pretty much the same kind of theme as what they usually do, with maybe just a little bit of a Halloween twist.
Starting at 9 p.m. is the night parade, and it's amazing. It's even better than the daytime parade, and the floats look absolutely stunning all lit up.
One of my favorite things at USJ is to see all the people that dress up in matching outfits, not just during Halloween, but any time of the year. Now from 6 o'clock is my favorite time for Halloween Horror Nights, and that's the street zombies. There are several scare zones throughout the park, each with their own theme. Those scare zones include circus, pirate, monster, prisoner, cutie, tribal, and mummies.
The Garden of the Cursed Rose is another new attraction this year, but there's not a whole lot to it. You walk through the garden and there's some creepy figures inside. It does look great though.
And then a few times during the night, it turns into a massive dance party. It's awesome.
Blood Legend and Sadako the Cursed Attraction are returning shows from last year. The shows last about 20 minutes each, and they're a lot of fun.
And that wraps up my Halloween Horror Nights 2019 Japan guide. If you like this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing, share, and also comment down below which attraction you like the best. My name is Zhiyun. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Now,